Hello everyone, welcome to the St. Joseph's open web-based learning platform, that is how you learn. Also welcome to Department of Biotechnology, St. Joseph's College for Women, Autonomous, Visakhapatnam. The Department of Biotechnology presents the SMOOC, that is St. Joseph's massive open online course in plant and animal biotechnology. It's a free online modular 8-week course for life science background students. Will be offered at the UG level.
Welcome back to the chapter 8, applications of plant tissue culture, that specifically explains about plant secondary metabolites, concept and their importance. Secondary metabolites are very important metabolites in case of microbial organisms and as well as in plant and animals also. Especially in plants, secondary metabolites protects the plantations from mechanical agitations and animal injuries. The chapter plant secondary metabolites concept and their importance, having the learning outcomes. The students will be able to learn the objectives. They can easily aware the concept of what is secondary metabolites, what are the scalable and numbers of the secondary metabolites. Able to review and the different types of secondary metabolites, able to analyze the importance and scope of secondary metabolites. They can easily start the application of secondary metabolites in their course. The contents including the concept of the secondary metabolites, why they are important, and different types of the secondary metabolites, and importance of the scope of secondary metabolites, applications and process aspects of the secondary metabolites, especially in case of commercial aspect secondary metabolites, as the world market both from the plant and animal, there is a lot business is going on and marketizing specific products, specifically isolated, marketized. So concept of these secondary metabolites. Plants produce a variety of compounds that can be divided into primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites are essential for the survival of the plants, so they involved in the division of these cells. Any damage is there, including sugar, proteins and amino acids. Immediately they participate and repairs the cell damage. Whereas meanwhile the secondary metabolites are the compounds which are not directly involved in the normal growth, development and reproduction of the plants. They generally includes, they specifically includes alkaloids, flavonoids, terpenoids, tannins, essential oils, organic acids. Very economic importance from the plant species. Of course, little bit quantity also obtained from the animal species. So derived from primary metabolites, usually though they are not directly linked with the primary metabolites. Carbon dioxide, oxygen, through the photosynthesis, primary carbon metabolism will be obtained. So through the simple carbohydrate metabolism, erythrose, 4-phosphate, phosphoenol pyruvate from the glucose metabolism, pyruvate from the glucose metabolism, 3-phosphoglycerate from the glucose metabolism, that is glycolysis. So all these 3 or 4 carbon materials can participate in a variety of reactions. Here erythrose 4-phosphate and PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, can directly comes into the shikimate acid pathway, and pyruvate directly goes to the tricarboxylic acid cycle through the acetyl CoA, and from the TCA cycle, aliphatic amino acids, malonic acid, mavulinic acid, methyl erythroyl 4-phosphate pathway can be directly involved, can be initiated from the pyruvate through the glycolysis, and 3-phosphoglycerate also forms the MEP, methyl erythroyl 4-phosphate pathway. Both these mavulinic and MEP pathways directly gives the terpenoids and carotenoids, and malonic and aliphatic amino acid pathways can give rise to phenolic compounds. Of course, the shikimate pathway also gives rise to the phenolic compounds. Through the intervention of the stigmate pathway, aromatic amino acids can form nitrogen containing secondary products, that is specifically alkaloids. Why secondary metabolites are important? Chemical warfare to protect the plants from the attacks by predators, pathogens or competitors. So that is one of the biggest reason the secondary metabolites to be produced in the plant. And the second reason, attract the pollinators or seed dispersal agents. So secondary metabolites very specifically attaches to the seeds or seed coats or seed wings and direct them or attracting the pollinators to carry out the seeds. Importance for abiotic stresses, usually compensate the stresses created by the environment. As a directly taken as a crude or as purified medicine, secondary metabolites from the plants and as well as from the microbes and so animals. Industrial additives. So this is a very commercial aspect, that is industrial additives. So these are the main groups of the secondary metabolites: terpenes, phenolics, nitrogen containing compounds, monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, diterpenes, and sesterpenes, triterpenes, sequesterpenes, tetraterpenes, polyterpenes comes under the terpenes. Phenolics, coumarin, fluorocoumarin, lignin, flavonoids, isoflavonoids, tannins comes under phenolics, which comprising more than 2 phenolic ring containing structures. So that gives the more hydrophobic environment and long lasting its effect. And alkaloids and cyanocyanic glucosides, non-protein amino acids comes under the and nitrogen containing compounds. Of course, one imidazole or furanose ring also contains in the structure of the alkaloids. First of all, let us see the terpenes, natural products that are structurally related to isoprene structure. So see here the isoprene structure, 2-methyl 1,3-butadiene, 1,3-butadiene structure. So very important in terpenes. So number of carbon atoms in a is a multiples of 5, so can be varies from 5 to 40 number. Each group 5 carbon is an isoprene subunit. The same structure is repeated. So that's why the complexity of the terpenes. They can be saturated or unsaturated. So each having their own potentiality to use the product in the plant material. Many contain oxygen atoms as well. So that is the speciality of the structure. Next, phenolics, derived from aromatic amino acids such as phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. All are phenyl ring containing amino acids. All contain structure derived from phenol. Some examples: coumarins, antimicrobial agents, feeding deterrents and germination inhibitors. Lignin, abundant in secondary cell wall, rigid and resistant to extraction or many degradation reagents. Anthocyanins, flavones, flavonols. Phenols are present in every plant. They attract pollinators to the plant and even impact how these plants act with one another is a very important aspect of the phenols. So phenols are more effective than the terpenes in this respect because they are mostly derived from few common amino acids, that are tyrosine, tryptophan, ornithine or arginine and lysine, alkaloids. Okay. So today most of the plant species containing at least more than 5 to 10 alkaloids. Even you rub the leaves or a plant's bark or stem or root or any plant part, you could easily sensitize the essentiality of the alkaloid. Compounds have a ring structure and a nitrogen residue. That is a characteristic feature of the alkaloid. Indole alkaloids is the largest group in the family, derived from tryptophan. So that phenolics, alkaloids, or both the secondary metabolites or the originated from the tryptophan, used as a medicine. Alkaloids derives from the BC. The alkaloids are used as of course in BC. The alkaloids are used as a crude suspensions from the plant species. So these are the important characteristics that bitter in taste, derived from amino acids. Derived from amino acids, the amino acids that are most often served as alkaloid precursors: phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, histidine, anthranilic acid, lysine, and ornithine. So very important amino acids or amino acid derivatives. Alkaloids from double salts with compounds of mercury, gold, platinum, and other heavy metals. These salts are obtained as a precipitate, which are microcrystals. So also very important. Insoluble and sparingly soluble in water, but the salts formed on reaction with acids are usually freely soluble. Most are crystalline solids, through a few are amorphous. Free alkaloids are usually soluble in polar solvents like ether, chloroform. Some alkaloids are liquid because of lacking of oxygen in their molecules: conium, nicotine, serpentin, spartanin, or the few some. What is the importance? Poisonous agents which protect their plants against insects and herbivores, and products of detoxification reactions representing a metabolic locking up of compounds otherwise harmful to the plants. For regulatory growth factors, reserve substance capable of supplying nitrogen or other elements necessary to the plant's economy. So it indicates that the protein can easily be prepared from the nitrogen content of the alkaloids. So let us see the sources and effects of major secondary metabolites. Carotenoids, as we all know, the yellowish pigments occurring in plants and are mostly found in red, orange, and yellow fruits and vegetables. They are the antioxidant effects and prevents cancer. They boost the immune system and reduce the risk of heart attacks. So in that way, the secondary metabolites having the importance, significant role in human life. Phytosterols, they found in sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, nuts, and soybeans. Protect against colon cancer and lowers the cholesterol in the body. Saponins, these are the flavor additives found in legumes and spinach seeds. These are the legume plant species. They boost immune system, lower the cholesterol level in blood, reduce the risk of intestinal cancer. Flavonoids are organic pigment, gives a plant red, violet, or blue color, as you observed here. Cherries, berries, blueberries, strawberries. Inhibit the growth of bacteria and viruses, as they are having the flavonoids, a variety of ring containing structures. They disintegrate the growth and development of the microbial organ. Protect the cells against the damage of the free radicals in human beings. Influence the blood coagulation. Augment the blood coagulation process in human beings. Sulfides most probably contained in onions, belong to the lily family, leeks, asparagus, garlic. Inhibit the growth of bacteria, lower cholesterol level, preventive against cancer. Curcumin, one of the best the alkaloid obtained from the curcuma longa. Turmeric, coloring, as a coloring and a medicinal uses. Wound healing, anti-ulcer, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antiviral compound, that is curcumin. Flowers, including the coca seeds, vanilla, strawberries, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, pepper, and arca, or the flowers, which gives the variety of palatable dishes. These are the references for the present topic, secondary metabolites and their importance in human life. Thank you for your attention for the present topic, secondary metabolites and their importance. Thank you very much.